Well, it was not the most fruitful road trip for the Pippins as they lost 5 in a row away from the Orchard last week to extend their losing streak to 9 straight. But the good thing is, being home is always a good way to break a losing streak. So today's a good opportunity for the Pippins to get back in the win column as they open up the 3-game home series against the Bellingham Bells. Hi, everybody, and welcome into Yakima Valley Pippins baseball coverage here on PippinsBaseball.com/live. My name is Miles Klotz. Glad to have you with me for the coverage of tonight's action as the Pippins try and snap out of a week-and-a-half-long funk. It's now been 9 consecutive games in which the Pippins have ended up in the losers column, and it's been a struggle, no doubt about it. Things have been rough these last couple of weeks. But hopefully, after a season-long road trip in which the Pippins went 0-5, being home can be the remedy that can get these things sorted out, and hopefully the Pippins can start a run as they close out the first half here with a 3-game series against Bellingham. The great thing about this league is that you can have a tough first half like the Pippins did and still make the playoffs. Second half begins on Thursday in Portland. It's a big opportunity for the Pippins to gain some ground and get off to a good start in the West Coast League's second half as they take on a Portland Pickles team that has been scuffling a little bit. But today they'll have to get things going against Bellingham, and if you think back to the last time these two teams played, it was not pretty. The Pippins were swept in Bellingham by the Bells, the last 2 games of which were not even competitive after a 19-2 blowout loss in the last game of that 3-game series up at Joe Martin Field in Bellingham a couple of weeks ago. So things have been a little bit different, though, for both teams since then. The Pippins are sporting almost an entirely different roster. If you look at it, it seems like just completely different roster from what it was even just 2.5 short weeks ago. So hopefully things can get off onto a good note for the Pippins, who come into today's game 8-15. Again, they are losers of 9 consecutive. That's the longest losing streak in team history, more than double their longest previous long losing streak, which was 4 games. And they're just a team searching for answers right now, trying out a lot of different guys, trying to see what fits, what works, where, on both offense, defense, and on the mound. The good thing is they'll have one guy who's kind of been a consistent so far on the mound today for the Pippins. Mark Finklenberg makes his 5th start of the season. On the season, he's 0-1 with an ERA of 4.07, 21 strikeouts, 9 walks, over 17 2/3 innings of work. Opponents hit .235 off of the left-hander out of Portland, Oregon. 6 feet 8 inches tall, 205 pounds. The lefty out of Loyola Marymount. And he will be opposed by a guy that the Pippins have seen before, Matt Henkel. 4 appearances for him on the year, 3 starts for the left-hander from Gonzaga. 1-0 with a .79 ERA. 8 strikeouts to 3 walks, just 11 1/3 innings. Hasn't pitched in nearly 2 weeks at this point, his last appearance coming on June 20th in Corvallis. He did start against the Pippins in the first game of that series up in Bellingham a couple of weeks ago on June 14th. 4 innings, allowed 1 unearned run, a hit, a walk, and a strikeout for the lefty, a native of Gig Harbor, Washington. So the Pippins will clearly be hoping that they have a little bit more success off of him this time than they did last time. And that'll all start today as they open up a 3-game series with Bellingham. The Pippins eliminated from first half contention. Bellingham, a game and a half back of Victoria with 3 to play. This is big for the Bells as the first half of the West Coast League season comes to a close. It's crazy to think about how fast the first half of the season has wound down, but we're getting close, and it all continues today here with a 3-game series against Bellingham. We'll take a break here on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network, and when we return, it'll be time for starting lineups and first pitch here from Yakima County Stadium on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Sure, Drunk You is a pretty cool guy, but he's not exactly what you would call reliable. He's not a maker of great decisions, or for that matter, even adequate decisions. The point is, you shouldn't trust the version of you that created the macaroni taco to create a plan to get you home safe. Make a plan before you party.
Welcome back to the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network, the Pippins pregame show presented by Yakima Craft Brewing Company. Founded in 2007, Yakima Craft produces high-quality ales and lagers with an emphasis on full-body taste and a unique character that pairs great with Pippins baseball. Enjoy Yakima Craft at the Orchard all summer long. We are here at the Orchard as the Pippins and the Bellingham Bells get set to open up a three-game series to close out the first half of the 2019 season. Well, let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups, beginning with the visiting Bellingham Bells, 14-7 on the season, a game and a half back of first place Victoria at 17-7. And they lead off with the shortstop, Colin Burns. Batting second, the second baseman, Austin Kretschmar. Batting third in center field is Guthrie Morrison. Batting cleanup, the third baseman, Troy Viola. Batting fifth in right field, Jack Mactoff. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Derek Marshall. Cole Hinkleman in left field, batting seventh. Danny Martin doing the catching and batting eighth. And Kristen DeCochia is batting ninth, the designated hitter. And for Bellingham again, that's Burns, Kretschmar, and Morrison, Viola, Mactoff, and Marshall, Hinkleman, Martin, and DeCochia, with the left-hander Matt Hankel on the mound for Bellingham. As for the Pippins, they lead off with a shortstop, Tanner Parker. Nick DiCarlo in his 2019 debut, the returner from 2018, bats second and plays third base. Owen Cobb, the DH, hits third. Aiden Welch at first base is the cleanup hitter. Brady Hormel at second base, batting fifth. Christian Padilla makes his return to the lineup in left field, batting sixth. Zach Meddings, the right fielder, bats seventh. Brett Wells behind the plate, batting eighth. And Luke Schwartz in center field, batting ninth. Again, for the Pippins, that's Parker, DiCarlo, and Cobb. Welch, Hormel, and Padilla. Meddings, Wells, and Schwartz, with a left-hander, Mark Finklenberg, on the mound for the Pippins. Umpires tonight, Alex Salterio behind the plate, and Brandon Hargis is the base umpire between these two teams, in this first game between the two teams. As we get a look at the standings in the West Coast League as we wrap up the first half, it's down to a two-team race in both the North and the South, but it should be a pretty good finish. Victoria at 17-7, they are a game and a half ahead of Bellingham, so Bellingham really needs a sweep, preferably, with the way that things have gone. Victoria has 3 games left this series, but so preferably they need a sweep, but they could also just win 2 and get a loss from Victoria and go ahead and take that first half title. Walla Walla and Corvallis, both 15-6, they are tied for first place in the West Coast League's South Division. The other teams in that division are out of contention, so there's nothing more to play for in that end. Just playing for some momentum as we head into the second half, which starts on Thursday. Take a quick break here on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network, and when we return, it'll be time for the Pippins and the Bellingham Bells in the opener of a 3-game series here from Yakima County Stadium.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good, because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or two. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic is now open and accepting new patients. Services include family medicine, women's health, mental health, and after-hours care. The Grandview Clinic is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week to best serve you and your loved ones. Walk-ins are welcome, and se habla español. This is how we care.
Nothing is sweeter for the warm summer months than a great scoop of Baskin-Robbins ice cream. Your Baskin-Robbins store right here in Yakima on South First Street proudly supports Yakima Valley Pippins baseball. Make sure you stop by and grab a cup or cone of your favorite Baskin-Robbins flavor at the South First location. And then, next time you're at Yakima County Stadium, try out their awesome baseball medley.
Welcome back to the Orchard, where the Yakima Valley Pippins and the Bellingham Bells are getting set to start a 3-game series here at the Orchard. The Pippins and the and the Bells, who played up at Bellingham's Joe Martin Field earlier this season, and the Pippins were swept in that 3-game series at Joe Martin Field, so they're hoping to switch things up after that sweep. And so they're going through the starting lineups here at the Orchard. We are just moments away from the national anthem, and then it'll be time for first pitch. The Pippins coming in at 8-15. Again, they are 8.5 games back of the first place Victoria Harbor Cats. Bellingham, they have a lot to play for. They're only a game and a half back of of Victoria at 17-7. So they do have a lot to play for. And the Pippins are hoping to kind of just play spoiler at this point. It's been a rough finish to the first half. So hopefully they can get some things in check as we wrap out the first half of the 2019 season. National anthem up, so we'll take a break here on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network, and when we return, it'll be time for first pitch between the Pippins and the Bells here from Yakima County Stadium.
Call this home, that's where I belong, that's where I belong. Call this home, that's where I belong, that's where I belong.
Finding the right home is inspiring. That's why at Banner, we listen, learn, and help you find the home loan that lets you achieve your dreams.
That's where I belong.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce 2 of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
What does traveling really cost you? After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
Welcome back to the Orchard. The Pippins and the Bellingham Bells just moments away from first pitch here as Yakima Valley tries to snap a 9-game losing streak. They have not won in almost a week and a half at this point, and it's a beautiful night for baseball here in the Valley. 72 degrees with partly cloudy skies at first pitch. And the left-hander, Mark Finklenberg, gets the start on the mound for the Pippins, making his 5th start of the year, 0-1 with a 4.07 ERA, 21 strikeouts, 17 2/3 innings of work, 9 walks. Opponents hitting .235 off of the left-hander, from Loyola Marymount. And he faces the top of the order for Bellingham. Colin Burns, Austin Kretschmar, and Guthrie Morrison here in the first. The left-hander versus left-hander to get things underway. Finklenberg ready. Here's his first pitch of the night. And it's a fastball in there for a strike on the inside corner to get things underway here at 6:35, right on time in Yakima. Left on left to Colin Burns. Here's the 0-1. And there's a pop foul down the third base line out of play. The count, no balls, 2 strikes on Burns, hitting .292 on the year, a homer and 11 RBIs. Infield, outfield straight away, normal depth. Finklenberg with the 0-2 pitch, and there's a curveball way inside. It gets behind the hitter Burns and all the way to the backstop. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Burns, the left-handed hitter, slightly open stance. Here's the kick in the 1-2. And that's on the outside corner. Missed for a ball, though. Wow, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wells, the catcher, was ready to throw around the horn, but didn't get the call. It's now 2-2. Yeah, the base is empty, nobody out, just getting underway here in the top of the first. Here's the pitch from Finklenberg, and there's a ground ball right to first for Welch. Barely has to move, snags, goes over to his left, and there's 1 pitch, 1 out. Start the top of the first. Aiden Welch over at first for the Pippins. Rest of the defense on the infield. Brady Hormel at second. Tanner Parker, the shortstop. Nick DiCarlo at third base. Brett Wells is behind the plate doing the catching. And then left to right in the outfield, it's Christian Padilla, Luke Schwartz, and Zach Meddings. Here's Austin Kretschmar, the second baseman, first pitch. Ground ball, softly hit left side. Parker, shortstop, charges in, makes the snag, throws on to first. And that's an easy second out for Finklenberg. 2 outs here in the top of the first. And it'll bring up Guthrie Morrison.
Now batting, number 11, Guthrie Morrison.
Morrison, the center fielder, hits from the right side for Bellingham. .357 batter on the year, no homers, 8 RBIs. Mark shakes off a sign. Now sets, kicks, and the first pitch. There's a fastball at the knees for a called strike 1. 0-1 the count on Morrison. 2 quick and easy outs for Finklenberg, who really had everything working in his last start in the doubleheader against Port Angeles. Took the loss, but 6 innings, 11 strikeouts. Season high for him. Lefty's 0-1. There's a line drive hit towards left. Padilla comes on, but that drops in softly in shallow left field for a 2-out single. And the Bells have their first base runner of the ball game. That'll bring up Troy Viola with 2 down.
Now batting, number 8, Troy Viola.
Viola, the third baseman, who gave the Pippins quite a bit of trouble the first time these 2 teams played. Had a real good series, and coming off of a walk-off home run in Sunday's series finale for Bellingham against Portland. Finklenberg looks to first. Here's the pitch. And there's a ground ball hit towards third. DiCarlo sliding to his left, makes the grab, gets to his feet, and then throws wide of first. It pulls Welch off the bag. So a really nice job by Nick DiCarlo, the newest Pippin, although he was with the team last year, to snag a ball headed to his left, but his throw pulled Welch off the bag. And now there's 2 on, 2 out after the first error of the game committed by the Pippins. And Jack Mactoff will hit from the left side against Finklenberg. Long look in from Finklenberg. He sets, turns and looks to second. Now fires. There's a fastball down and away for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes on Mactoff, hitting .319, no homers, and 12 RBIs. 2 on, 2 out, top of the first. Bellingham and the Pippins scoreless here in the final series of the first half. Second half gets going on Thursday, the pitch. There's a fastball on the outside corner, and the count is 1-1. Of course, we've talked about it before, but the Pippins' second half schedule is most certainly considerably easier than this first half schedule. Won't have to play Bellingham, won't have to play Corvallis. The 1-1. Mactoff takes a slider at the knees for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Jack Mactoff. Derek Marshall to follow, and then Cole Hinkleman, should this inning continue. Pippins have lost their last 6 games against Bellingham. Turn and a look to second. Here's the 1-2. There's a breaking ball down low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Were swept a couple of weeks ago up at Joe Martin Field, and then they only met 1 time last year in the Bells swept the Pippins here at home in that only series that the two teams played a year ago. Finklenberg readies. Delivers a pitch. That's down and away, and the count is full. Missed with a fastball there. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 on, 2 out. The Pippins and the Bells without a score here. Just underway, top of the first. A big part of the reason that the Pippins have lost 9 straight is just falling behind every single game. And it's a huge contrast from what the season started. Turner will look to second. Here's the 3-2. Both runners take off, and there's a dribble or foul back to the backstop, and the count remains full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pippins have played in 23 games this year. In 17 of them, they have fallen behind. In the beginning of the year, that wasn't really a problem because the Pippins were coming back and winning. But as of late, it's been a serious issue. They've fallen behind and never even taken a lead. So Turner will look to second, and nothing doing there from Morrison, who reached on a single. Viola on an error. There's 2 on, 2 out for Bellingham here in the top of the first, no score. The Bells really need to win as many as possible in this series. They cannot afford to lose this series if they want to win the first half. Runners take off. There's a swing and a miss on an outside fastball. Strike 3, and the inning draws to a close. Bellingham strands a couple on a hit and an error. We go to the bottom of the first. Pippins to the plate for the first time, in a scoreless game here on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or 2. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Sure, Drunk You is a pretty cool guy. But he's not exactly what you would call reliable. He's not a maker of great decisions. Or, for that matter, even adequate decisions. The point is, you shouldn't trust the version of you that created the macaroni taco to create a plan to get you home safe. Make a plan before you party.
Welcome back to the Orchard. We go to the bottom of the first. Left-hander Matt Henkel to the mound to make his 4th start of the year, 5th appearance. 1-0, .79 ERA, 11 1/3 innings of work, 8 strikeouts and 3 walks. Opponents hitting 175 off of the left-hander, and he will face Tanner Parker, Nick DiCarlo, and Owen Cobb here in the first inning. Lefty versus lefty. The third baseman, Viola, comes in on the grass. Here's the first pitch to Parker. And it's taken on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Henkel pitched against the Pippins earlier this season. June 14th, he went 4 innings, an unearned run and a start, a hit, a walk, and a strikeout. Pitch. It's a fastball at the knees. 0-2 to Parker. Oh-2 pitch. Called strike 3, outside corner, and Parker is retired on strikes. Start the ball game for Henkel. 1 out, and we'll take a look at the defense for Bellingham. Left to right in the outfield, Cole Hinkleman, Guthrie Morrison, and Jack Macdoff. Troy Viola at third, Colin Burns the shortstop, Austin Kretschmar at second, Derek Marshall at first, and Danny Martin doing the catching. First pitch. to Nick DiCarlo. Popped up down the right field line. Long run for Marshall, the first baseman. He can't get there. It lands in right field down the right field line. DiCarlo around first. He slides into second safely with a softly hit double. The Pippins have their first base hit of the day.
Stepping in for the Pippins, designated hitter, Owen Cobb.
The first pitch to Owen Cobb on the way. Pitch. Fastball for a strike, 0-1. Here's the 0-1. There's a line drive down the left field line. It is a fair ball just inside the line and rolling into the bullpen down the left field line. DiCarlo scores. Cobb hustles up to second with an RBI double, and the Pippins lead 1-0.
Now batting number 15, Aiden Welch.
So the Pippins lead 1-0. A runner at second. Here's the pitch to Aiden Welch. He takes in the dirt for a ball, 1-0. Look to second. Here's the pitch. Fly ball, right center field. Playable for Macdoff, the right fielder, who makes the catch. Cobb tags up from second. Here's the throw down to third. It is way off the line. So Cobb reaches third, and now there's 2 outs and a man at third for Brady Hormel.
Now batting for the Pippins, second baseman, Brady Hormel.
Hormel 3 for 10 in his first 3 games with the Pippins. Here's the kick and the pitch. Taken down and away for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0. High and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Runner at third, 2 down. Pippins lead 1-0, bottom of the first. Almost feels foreign at this point to have a lead. Here's the 2-0. That one smacked through the left side and into right field, left field, a base hit. Cobb scores and the Pippins lead 2-0. Opposite field, RBI single for Hormel, and it's 2-0, Yakima Valley.
Now batting for the Pippins, left fielder, Christian Padilla.
Now Christian Padilla will step to the plate. He has not played in over a week at this point, been dealing with a hamstring problem, but now healthy and back in the lineup for the first time since June 23rd. Hormel off first, 2 down. Pippins lead 2-0. And a fake from Henkel, but no throw. 3 hits in this inning, and the Pippins with a rare lead here early in a game. There's the first pitch to Padilla. It's in for a strike, 0-1. With a off-speed offering at the knees, and already the 6th man to hit, and it's just been rare that the Pippins have jumped out to leads over the course of these last few weeks. They lead early here in the first. Hormel leads off first. Here's the pitch. That's outside with a changeup. 1 ball and 1 strike to Padilla, who is hitting 176, no homers, and he has driven home 3 runs. Here's the 1-1. Fouled back. 1-2. Here's the kick in the 1-2 pitch. Hormel takes off. The offering. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and the inning is over. Pippins get 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors, and they leave 1. We go to the second. Pippins leading 2-0 on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
The smell of fresh-cut barley. The sound of boots in a...
Call this home. That's where I belong. That's where I belong. Call this home. That's where I belong. That's where I belong.
Finding the right home is inspiring. That's why at Banner, we listen, learn, and help you find the home loan that lets you achieve your dreams.
That's where I belong.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
We go to the top of the second inning. Pippins leading it 2-0 over Bellingham. And Derek Marshall to lead it off. Here's the first pitch. There's a hard ground ball down the third base line. Foul, 0-1. Here's the 0-1. That's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. There's a high fly ball to center, not very deep. Schwartz ambles in, over to his right a few steps, reaches out, and makes the catch. 1 away.
Now batting for Bellingham, number 33, Cole Hinkleman.
Cole Hinkleman now bats. Left-handed hitter, first pitch. A strike at the knees, 0-1. Pippins got 2 runs in the first. It seems foreign that could even happen. They did 2 runs on 3 hits, including a double, the 0-1. There's a fastball down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. And now Mark Finklenberg has himself a small cushion here. The kick and the 1-1. That's outside. 2 balls and a strike. Finklenberg with a 2-1. Line shot right at Parker, the shortstop, 2 down. And this feels like a day where things are going the Pippins' way. Pitch. Inside, ball 1. To Danny Martin, the catcher, hitting .237, no homers, 6 RBIs. The Pitch, fouled back. And it's 1-1. Kristen DeCochia is on deck. Here's the 1-1. It's a fastball down low. 2 balls and a strike to Martin. Finklenberg has retired each of the last 3 batters. Only 1 hit and 1 error off of him today, and the Pippins lead 2-0 in the top of the second. Mark turns, delivers the pitch, and that's fouled back, out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Infield, outfield straight away, normal depth. 2 outs here in the top of the second. The kick and the 2-2 from Finklenberg. It's a soft ground ball as he reached for one over to third. DiCarlo charges on the infield grass. High throw to first. Welch able to hold on and apply the tag, and the inning is over. What a play by Aiden Welch and a high throw from DiCarlo, and it's a 1-2-3 top of the second for Mark Finklenberg. We go to the bottom half of the second inning here at the Orchard. Pippins leading the Bellingham Bells 2-0 on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
What does traveling really cost you? After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce 2 of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever, or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Book your flight today.
We go to the bottom of the second here in Yakima. The Pippins leading the Bellingham Bells 2-0. And Zach Meddings to lead off the second inning for the Pippins. 7-8-9 against left-hander Matt Henkel. 2-0 lead. Here's the first pitch to Meddings, right-handed hitter. The offering. A fastball in the dirt for a ball, 1-0. Zach 2 for 8 in the first 2 games of his Pippins career. No homers and no runs batted in. One of his hits a double. The 1-0. That's down low. 2 balls and no strikes with another fastball there. Viola, the third baseman for Bellingham, even with the grass. Everybody else normal depth, or even with the bag at third, excuse me. The 2-0 pitch. Spiked back foul to the backstop, 2-1. Brett Wells, Luke Schwartz to follow in this inning. The bell tie set. Kick and the 2-1. That's high and in and spins Meddings out of the way, 3-1. Zach, one of a couple of guys who joined the Pippins over the weekend in Corvallis on our way down from Port Angeles to Corvallis. 3-1 is hit high in the air, spinning foul left side. Viola, the third baseman, watches that one land in the 5th row of the seats. And the count is full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out as we start the bottom of the second. Mark Finklenberg for the Pippins has been quite good on the mound. 2 scoreless innings so far, including an efficient 1-2-3 second. The Pippins look to snap a 9-game losing streak. The pitch fouled back into the press box, and it stays 3-2. Henkel works off the third base side of the rubber. Leg kick and the pitch. And there's a fly ball sent out to center field. Morrison back to his left. The wind pushing this one towards the gap. The center fielder has room in right center. Takes care of it for the out. Yeah, there is a good bit of tailwind blowing right now. One of the harder winds we've had this year. Now one out for Brett Wells.
Number 35, Brett Wells.
Wells, the catcher, hits from the right side. Pippins leading 2-0, bottom of the second. Base is empty, one away. The first pitch from Henkel. That's outside for a ball, 1-0. 2-0 Yakima Valley leading. A double from Owen Cobb and a single from Brady Hormel in the first, giving the Pippins a lead. Here's the pitch. Fastball's up high, 2 balls, no strikes. Wells 3 for his first 11 with the Pippins, no homers and 1 run batted in. Right-handed hitting catcher with a slight open stance. Pitch delivered and hit high down the right field line, but well foul out of play. 2 balls and a strike. Pippins back on grass and dirt here in Yakima. It's the all-turf surface that they played on in Corvallis. But here it is grass and dirt. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Down and in, 3 balls and a strike. Here's the 3-1. On the outside corner, strike 2 called. Whew. Wells started to walk down to first. And Marcus McKimmey was not happy with that strike call from Alex Salterio. And he's barking something out to the home plate umpire. The count now full. The pitch. Down low, ball 4, and it's a 1-out walk for Brett Wells.
Now batting for the Pippins, center fielder, Luke Schwartz.
Gonna bring up Luke Schwartz with 1 on, 1 out. Pippins lead 2-0, bottom second. Pitch at the knees. And it is 0-1 to Luke Schwartz. Here's the pitch. There's a high drive to left, sends Hinkleman back, and he has room in front of the warning track on a ball that looked better off the bat. And there's 2 outs now in the second. We go back to the top of the order for Tanner Parker.
Stepping in for the Pippins, shortstop, Tanner Parker.
Parker, the left-handed hitter, 1 on, 2 out. 2-0 Pippins lead in the second. Here's the pitch. That's inside, and it hits Parker. Oh, man, and he is in some pain as that one hit him on his elbow. And Parker wincing as he barely got down the first base line. And this is eerily similar to what happened in Port Angeles last Tuesday, a week ago, when James Bell was hit by a pitch and immediately got into a wincing position and could barely get down the first base line. He's now crouched over. Pippins athletic trainer Alyssa out to chat with Parker, who appears to be in some pain after getting drilled with an inside fastball. Now 2 runners on, 2 runners out in a 2-0 lead for the Pippins. Home plate umpire Alex Salterio. Justin Jacobs, Pippins' first base coach, also there, as now Parker raises his arms as athletic trainer begins to work on him, administer some tests to his lats, figure out what exactly the issue is. He's like half lifting his arms right now as they continue to administer tests to Parker, who's now completely standing up. And he takes off the shin guard, takes off his batting gloves. Looks like he's going to walk down to first base, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Parker in okay shape after getting shaken up a little bit, and he'll walk down to first. Now the Pippins with another scoring opportunity. 2 on, 2 out. For right-handed hitting Nick DiCarlo. 2-0 Pippins trailing, or leading. It's so foreign for me to say leading anymore that I almost forgot what it was like. They're not trailing, they are leading here in the bottom of the second. Wells at second, Parker at first, 2 down. Left on right as Hinkle faces DiCarlo, who singled in his first time. First pitch. Breaking pitch in the dirt, and it rolls away from Martin, but not far enough to advance either of the runners. The count now 1-0. DiCarlo, who was with the Pippins last year, and just joined the team today as Yakima Valley looks for additional infield depth. Hit pretty well last year after his freshman year at Cal Poly, but really took a big step forward in the spring for the Mustangs. Pitch. Fastball hits the outside corner, 1-1. DiCarlo bats with an even stance from the right side. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. A 2-0 lead for Yakima Valley, bottom of the second. Lights are on a beautiful night here in the Valley. Here's the pitch. There's a breaking ball, line towards shortstop, and it's bobbled by Burns. He stays with it, throws to first, not in time! Bases loaded. After the fielding error by the shortstop Burns, the dirt got in his eyes, made it difficult for him to throw. And now the bases are loaded, 2 outs for Owen Cobb, who doubled home a run in the first. As the Pippins explode for their biggest offensive night in quite some time. There's the pitch. Cobb with a soft ground ball, third base side. Viola charges over, makes the throw on a first in time. And the Pippins strand the bases loaded. Yakima Valley gets nothing on 1 hit, no errors, and they leave the bases loaded. We go to the third. Pippins lead 2-0 on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic is now open and accepting new patients. Services include family medicine, women's health, mental health, and after-hours care. The Grandview Clinic is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week to best serve you and your loved ones. Walk-ins are welcome, and se habla español. This is how we care.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
We go to the third inning here in Yakima. It's a 2-0 Pippins lead over the Bellingham Bells. Here's the first pitch to Christian DeCochia. And a fastball misses upstairs for Mark Finklenberg as the DH showed bunt and pulled back. And it's 1-0. 9-1-2. DeCochia, Burns, Kretschmar here in the third. There's a fastball at the knees for a strike, and it's 1-1. DeCochia playing in just his second game with Bellingham, was 0 for 4 in his debut over the weekend against Portland. The 1-1 from the tall lefty, and there's a soft ground ball to third for DiCarlo, who is already playing in. Parallel to the pitcher's mound, throws on to first, 1 down. And that is 5 in a row retired by left-hander Mark Finklenberg. And now it rolls over to the top of the order for Colin Burns. A shortstop who bounced out to first to start off this ball game. Lefty on lefty. DeCarlo in on the grass at third. First pitch. Beautiful breaking ball at the knees for a strike. And it's 0-1 to the Bell's leadoff hitter out of Tulane University. 2-0 Pippins, top third. The pitch. Fastball misses in the dirt for a ball, 1-1. Nobody on, 1 out. Hormel at second now on the edge of the outfield grass. Finklenberg, the pitch. Soft ground ball down the first base line. This stays fair and then takes a weird hop off the bag. And it never went foul, so it's an infield single for Colin Burns on a ball that Aiden Welch, the first baseman, waited on, and then it took a weird bounce off the side of the bag. And that'll be an infield single for Colin Burns. And now Austin Kretschmar bats with 1 on, 1 out. Are they going to score that an error? Interesting. Kretschmar bounced to short his first time. 1 on, 1 out. Pippins lead 2-0, top third. Look to first. Finklenberg's pitch. And that's in the dirt. Runner takes off. Wells throws down to second. Throwing plenty of time. Tag apply. They got him. Way to erase the error as Brett Wells just continues to showcase a really strong arm. That throw wasn't close to the bag, but it was in so much time that they easily retired Burns trying to steal. Now 2 outs. The base is empty. And a 2-0 Pippins lead with a 1-0 count on Austin Kretschmar. Infield, outfield, straight away. Here's the pitch from Finklenberg. Lefty kicks, delivers, and misses in the dirt with a changeup, 2-0. It's fun watching Finklenberg pitch. It's not often that you see guys that are 6'8", legitimate 6'8", that have such good body control. Here's the 2-0. Fastball hits the knees for a strike, 2-1. Base is empty, 2 away. Pippins leading 2-0 in the third. The kick and the pitch. There's a fastball down below the knees for a ball, 3-1. 2-0 Pippins. Here's the pitch. Line shot out to the right center field gap. That drops in for a base hit, rolling towards the corner. It's cut off by Meddings. He fires in towards Hormel as the cutoff man on the edge of the infield grass. And it's a single for Kretschmar. Now, thankfully, that runner caught stealing was erased, because otherwise this might be a 1-run game. Gonna bring up Guthrie Morrison, the best hitter in the Bells lineup. Singled into left field softly his first at-bat. A look to first. Finklenberg delivers to the right-hand batter. Out of the stretch, a ground ball down the third base line, and it slips through to Carlo's backhand attempt and down the third base line into left field. Runner takes off for third. Here's the throw, and it rolls through to Carlo's legs again and gets towards the catcher. So 2 in scoring position now, 2 outs. The Pippins still leading at 2-0, but suddenly disaster striking on the defensive side of the ball. As another error in this inning. 3 errors already for the Pippins.
Now batting, third baseman, Troy Viola.
And it'll bring up Troy Viola on an E5. And now Rob Hippie out to the mound to talk to Mark Finklenberg, who should be out of this inning. But the defense behind him has really struggled right now. We take a look around the West Coast League, other games in action. Portland and Corvallis scoreless in the bottom of the third. Cowlitz and Walla Walla, bottom second. That's a 2-2 ball game. Ridgefield leads Bend 4-0, bottom of the first. Kelowna and Wenatchee scoreless in Wenatchee in the third. Meeting at the mound being broken up now by Alex Salterio, home plate umpire. Two on, 2 out, 2-0 Pippins leading in the third. And Troy Viola comes to the plate, who reached on an error in his first trip to the plate. Right-handed hitter out of San Jose State. Pitch. Breaking ball, down low, ball 1. Turn to second. Here's the 1-0. There's a fastball down low, 2-0. Two in scoring position, 2 outs. Pippins lead 2-0, top third. Here's the pitch. There's a high drive, left center field. Padilla over towards the gap, called off by Schwartz, who makes the catch in left center field, and the Pippins escape a jam. No runs on 1 hit, 2 errors, 2 left in scoring position. We go to the bottom of the third. Pippins leading 2-0 here on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Sure, Drunk You is a pretty cool guy, but he's not exactly what you would call reliable. He's not a maker of great decisions, or for that matter, even adequate decisions. The point is, you shouldn't trust the version of you that created the macaroni taco to create a plan to get you home safe. Make a plan before you party.
The cup or cone of your favorite Baskin-Robbins flavor at the South First location. And then, next time you're at Yakima County Stadium, try out their awesome baseball medley. Baskin-Robbins ice cream and Pippins baseball will make your summer memorable.
First pitch of the bottom of the third inning to Aiden Welch is lined into right field for a single. And the Pippins have a man on here to start the third, leading 2-0 against Matt Henkel and the Bellingham Bells in a game in which the offense has taken off to heights we have not seen in quite some time, and it seems like the Pippins are well on their way, at least now early, to potentially snapping this 9-game losing streak as Brady Hormel steps to the plate, having singled in his first at-bat. 1 on, nobody out, 2-0 Pippins leading here in the third. Here's the pitch from Henkel. That's outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Matt Henkel has worked in short stints, no longer than 4 innings this year, but nobody in the bullpen right now here in the third. 2-0 Pippins lead. Slight lead off of first for Welch, and there's a soft tapper back to the mound. Henkel fields, turns, goes to second for 1, burns his relay in time, and it's a 1-6-3 double play. And there's 2 outs on 1 pitch for Matt Henkel. Now to bring up Christian Padilla with the bases empty, 2 away.
Number 14, Christian Padilla.
Here's the set, and the pitch to Padilla. It's a high fastball for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0. Fouled to the backstop, 1-1. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Man, Padilla went down to a knee on that breaking ball. 1-2. Base is empty, 2 away. 2-0 Pippins lead in the third. The pitch home. Ground ball, third base side, shortstop Burns to his right. Makes the backhand snap. Throw on a first. Not in time. Padilla beat it out. And an infield single for Christian, who been a while since he'd had a hit. And there's a 2-out base runner for the Pippins here in the third, leading by 2.
Batting for the Pippins, right fielder, Zach Meddings.
Look to first. Here's the pitch. Fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. On the inside edge to Meddings, who flied to center in his first at-bat. 1 on, 2 out. Pippins lead 2-0, bottom third. The 0-1. And he bunts, misses, throw back to first, and man, they back-picked Padilla by a mile. Great throw behind the plate by Martin, and the inning is over. At the end of 3, Pippins lead 2-0 here on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good, because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or two. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic is now open and accepting new patients. Services include family medicine, women's health, mental health, and after-hours care. The Grandview Clinic is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week to best serve you and your loved ones. Walk-ins are welcome, and se habla español. This is how we care.
We go to the fourth with the Pippins leading 2-0. The fourth inning brought to you by Les Schwab, set the standard for tire service more than 65 years ago, and they continue to go out of their way to keep you on your way with 3 locations in Yakima and Sela. The dedicated professionals at Les Schwab provide useful advice and excellent service every day. At Les Schwab, doing the right thing matters. First pitch from Mark Finklenberg to Jack Magdoff, a slider on the outside corner for a strike. The left-handed hitter behind in the count, 0-1. Magdoff a strikeout in his first try. The pitch. It's an 0-1 breaking ball that misses in the dirt for a ball, 1-1. DeCarlo at third, in on the grass. Middle infield is deep. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And there's a swing and a miss at an outside fastball, 1-2. Pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on the outside corner. And Magdoff is retired, 1 away. Second strikeout for Finklenberg, both of Magdoff.
Now batting for the Bells, first baseman, Derek Marshall.
The set and the first pitch to Derek Marshall. On the outside corner, change up for a strike, 0-1. Marshall flied out to center field in his first at-bat. The right-handed hitter with a slightly open stance, infield, outfield straight away, 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2, and Finklenberg is just dealing right now. He is on point. Looking for his third strikeout, second consecutive. Infield backs up. Here's the 2-strike pitch. Breaking ball that he couldn't get Marshall to chase at. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two 0 Pippins lead in the top of the 4th inning. 2 runs in the first inning for Yakima Valley. Pitch. Below the knees with a fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Marshall. Cole Hinkleman to follow in this inning. Here's another 2-2. Fastball. Ooh, just missed below the knees. Full count. Pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And the 3rd strikeout for Mark Finklenberg. And there's 2 down here in the 4th.
Now batting number 33, Cole Hinkleman.
Brings up Cole Hinkleman. Hinkleman, who was 0 for 1 today with a line out. First pitch to the left-hand hitter. In there for strike out the letters with a fastball. 0-1 the count. Finklenberg has just dealed 3 2/3 scoreless, just 2 hits, the 0-1. Beautiful curveball. Drops in for a strike on the inside corner, and the count is 0-2. And Finklenberg looking to set down the side on strikes if he can get Hinkleman. Here's the set and the 0-2. Mark delivers. Missed up high with a fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He has been on point today. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Mark Finklenberg sets down the side on strikes with 3 consecutive swinging strikeouts. And we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, the Pippins leading 2-0 on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Call this home. That's where I belong. That's where I belong. Call this home. That's where I belong. That's where I belong.
Finding the right home is inspiring. That's why at Banner, we listen, learn, and help you find the home loan that lets you achieve your dreams.
That's where I belong.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce 2 of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Visit Tailgaters Bar and Grill today, located at 110 East 3rd Avenue at Viking Village in Sela. Tailgaters Bar and Grill.
We go to the bottom of the 4th. Pippins trying to add some more runs on to a current 2-0 lead as Zach Meddings takes a strike in from Matt Henkel back out for his 4th inning of work in a quickly moving game here at the Orchard. The pitch. That's fouled back. And it is 0-2 on Meddings. 7, 8, 9, Wells and Schwartz to follow for the Pippins here in this inning. 2-0 Yakima Valley on top, bottom 4. Mark Finklenberg struck out the side in the top half. The pitch. That's down and away for a ball. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pippins trying to snap a 9-game losing streak. Here's the offering. There's a soft dribbler down the first base line in foul ground. And Danny Martin, the catcher, kicks it into fair territory. It was well foul. And it's now 1-2 still. The pitch. That's bounced towards first, where it's picked up by Marshall, who takes it to the bag himself. And there's now one out here in the fourth, and Brett Wells coming to the plate.
Now batting for the Pippins, number 35, Brett Wells.
Here's the first pitch to Wells, and he hits this one back to the backstop, 0-1. Pippins lead 2-0, bottom four. Infield and outfielders straight away. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Wells hits it foul out of play down the right field line, 0-2. Brett Wells walked his first time and continues to dazzle with his work behind the plate more than at the plate. The caught stealing he had last inning, or 2 innings ago in the third, he's now thrown out 5 of the first 8 attempted base stealers in a Pippins uniform. 0-2. Breaking ball, dribbled off to the right, out of play, stays 0-2. And Pippins catchers have not been very good this year at throwing out runners, but Brett Wells looks like he could be a huge part of an improved defensive effort in that regard. The 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball rolled foul off to the right, and it stays no balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-strike pitch. Wells watches a fastball sail high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nothing doing in either bullpen. It sure looks like Finklenberg's going to get a chance to continue working his magic. Pippins need to add some insurance if they want to feel comfortable. The 1-2, check swing on an outside breaking ball, appeal down to first. He did not go. And the count is even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Of course, the way the Pippins have been playing, they are going to take no chances. No lead is safe. The 2-2. There's a hard line drive past the glove of Viola at third and into left field. A hard one-out single for Brett Wells. And he has reached safely in both plate appearances today. It brings Luke Schwartz to the plate with 1 down.
Now batting for the Pippins, center fielder, Luke Schwartz.
Schwartz hit a high fly ball to left his first time. 0 for 1. Bats with 1 on, 1 out. Pippins leading 2-0, bottom of the fourth. They've had 7 hits today. Pitch from Henkel. Schwartz takes a fastball in there at the letters for strike 1. And it's just crazy to see after the multitude of offensive struggles that the Pippins have had over the last couple of weeks. This offense feels free and wanting to be out there. The 0-1. Schwartz watches that one hit the outside corner, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes on Luke Schwartz, whose numbers this season, he has really struggled at the plate, hitting just 127, but really good on defense, the 0-2. There's a ground ball towards third for Viola from the infield grass. He goes to second for 1, on to first, double play, and the inning is over. 5-4-3, and that retires the Pippins in the fourth. We go to the 5th inning here already. 2-0 Pippins lead on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
With stores in Yakima and Sela.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
What does traveling really cost you? After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
Locations only. See club for details.
Pippins lead 2-0 as we go to the top of the 5th here at the Orchard. It'll be 8-9-1 for Bellingham in the 5th against left-hander Mark Finklenberg, who set down the side on strikes in the 4th. The lefty faces right-handed hitting Danny Martin. First pitch. That's outside with a fastball, ball 1. On a windy night here in the Valley. Short right-handed hitter, even stance, twitchy with the bat. The pitch hit right back to the screen, and it is 1-1. A right-hander starting to warm in the bullpen for Bellingham, Brendan Argomanis, who has not debuted yet for the Bells. The 1-1 pitch. That spliced foul down the right field line, out of play, 1-2. Pippins leading it 2-0. Mark Finklenberg's been fantastic on the mound, his second straight really good outing. Sets with a shoulder square towards home. High leg kick, the pitch. Down and in with a changeup. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Martin, who hit into a ground out. Who grounded out his first time. The 2-2. Fastball misses just below the knees, 3-2. Victoria have the day off today. The team that Bellingham is chasing in the North Division. The 3-2. That's in the dirt, ball 4, and he walks Martin to lead off the 5th, and it will bring up Kristen DeCochia.
Number 6, Christian DeCochea.
DeCochea 0 for 1 with a ground out. A look to first. Here's the pitch. Pulls back a bunt and takes down low for a ball, 1-0. 1 on, nobody out. Toss over to first, nothing doing. Another toss over to first again, nothing doing. Pippins lead 2-0, top 5. Here's the kick in the 1-0. Bunt shown, pulled back, and a pitch in the dirt. And Wells fakes a throw down, but nothing doing. 2 balls, no strikes, and Finklenberg struggling a little bit with the command as home plate umpire Alex Salterio washes off the mound, and now James Bell, the Pippins' backup catcher, while he struggles with that injury he suffered last week in Port Angeles, heads out to the bullpen. Pippins have a full pen available after yesterday's off day. Another mound visit here. Wells talking with left-hander Mark Finklenberg. Visit has come to a conclusion. 1 on, nobody out. Pippins lead 2-0, top of the 5th. Been a relatively stress-free day for Finklenberg. Now running into some trouble for the first time. Here's his 2-0 with 1 on and nobody out. And it's bunted down the first base line. Fair ball. Finklenberg picks it up, shovels on to first in time. And that is a critical out. But the sacrifice does work. And it moves Martin to second. 1 down for the top of the order, Colin Burns. As a left-hander starts to warm in the bullpen for the Pippins, it appears to be Jack Gonzalez. Lefty versus lefty now as Burns at the plate is 0 for 2 today. First pitch. It's down and away, misses in the dirt. Nice stop by Wells, 1-0. In the top of the 5th, Pippins lead it by a score of 2-0, 1 on, 1 out. It is indeed Jack Gonzalez throwing in the bullpen for the Pippins. Left on left. Hormel, the second baseman, on the edge of the outfield grass. Parker keeps the runner close to the bag. Step off from Finklenberg, nothing doing. 2-0 Pippins lead, top 5. Look to second. Finklenberg's 1-0. Fastball in there for a strike, 1-1. Austin Kretschmar on deck. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 odd, 1 out. Long turn to second where Martin dances off the bag, and now time called at home plate by the home plate umpire Alex Salterio. Finklenberg with a 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball, beautiful pitch at the knees, strike 2 call. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on a fastball low. Big strikeout for Finklenberg, his 5th of the night. And now 2 away for Austin Kretschmar. Kretschmar 1 for 2 today. 2-0 Pippins lead in the 5th. Turn and a look to second where Martin leads the pitch. Kretschmar takes down an in ball 1. He is 1 for 2 today with a single and a ground out to shortstop. The pitch. Fastball down and away, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Finklenberg turns and looks to second, nothing doing. 2 runs on 7 hits, 3 errors for the Pippins. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for Bellingham. Here's the pitch. Fly ball out to center. Schwartz comes on, a long run. He dives. Did he hold on? Yes, he did. What a play. Luke Schwartz diving in right center field, and the inning is over. He saves a run, and the Pippins get out of it as Bellingham strands 1, no hits, no errors. And we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Pippins leading 2-0 on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good, because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or 2. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Sure, Drunk You is a pretty cool guy. But he's not exactly what you would call reliable. He's not a maker of great decisions. Or, for that matter, even adequate decisions. The point is, you shouldn't trust the version of you that created the macaroni taco to create a plan to get you home safe. Make a plan before you party.
Most, which is good, because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or 2. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Tanner Parker leads off the bottom of the 5th for the Pippins, leading 2-0 here against Bellingham. Top of the order against left-hander Matt Henkel, who is going to be going into the 5th inning for the first time this season. And he delivers to Parker, grounds it down the first base line, foul, and just past the outstretched reach of Pippins' first base coach Justin Jacobs, 0-1. Parker, DiCarlo, and then Cobb, the top of the order that's done quite a bit of damage today. Started off for the Pippins. The kick in the 0-1. And there's a soft tapper right side of the infield. Could be a tough play for Kretschmar. Second baseman charges in, flips to first, and it nearly pulled Marshall off the bag, but he's able to keep the back foot on. And that is a 4-3 ground out to start the 5th for Bellingham.
Stepping in for the Pippins, number 16, Nick DiCarlo.
Brings up Nick DiCarlo, right-handed hitter, making his season debut. He's 2 for 2. 2 singles and a run scored. And Henkel steps off. Nobody on, 1 out, 2-0 Pippins lead, bottom 5. Middle infield deep, outfield straight away. The pitch. Fastball hits the outside corner, strike 1. 0-1 on DiCarlo. Pretty good year last year for the Pippins in his time after his freshman year at Cal Poly. Hit .260. The 0-1. Outside and low with the breaking ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that was after not really playing a lot for Cal Poly as a freshman. Greatly increased his role as a sophomore. Left on right, the 1-1. Softly hit, opposite side of the infield for Marshall, the first baseman. Takes it cleanly, takes it to the bag. And that's 2 easy outs for Henkel here to start the 5th as a right-hander starts to warm in the bullpen for Bellingham. And now Owen Cobb will bat.
Now batting for the Pippins, designated hitter, Owen Cobb.
Cobb hits from the right side, nobody on, 2 out. 2-0 Pippins leading in the 5th. The right-handed swinger has doubled, driven in a run, and grounded out today. 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. Line shot over the head of the first baseman, Marshall, and into right field for a base hit. Owen Cobb 2 for 3. And the Pippins have a 2-out base runner here in the 5th. Aiden Welch will hit. Welch hits from the right side with 1 on, 2 outs. Turnin will look to first. Cobb takes off the pitch. In there for a strike. Throw down a second on time. Not in time! Cobb slid underneath the tag from Burns. And the infield started to vacate. And now Bob Miller, the manager for the Bells, is out to argue with field umpire Brandon Hargis, who made the call that Owen Cobb slid in safely with his 4th stolen base of the year after the pitch was called a strike. The Pippins catch a bit of a break here. Stolen base puts a man in scoring position. 2 outs, and Miller doesn't get the word he likes, so he jogs back to the dugout. Runner at second, 2 down for Aiden Welch, who had a hard single to right field in his last at-bat. Has also flied to center so far today. Here's the set. Turner to look to second. The 0-1. Pop foul out of play off to the right, and it is 0-2. Welch trying to drive in his first run of the season. He could do so with a base hit here. 0-2. Soft line drive. It drops in right field, a base hit. Cobb gets the wave around third. Mechtoff up with the ball in right field. His throw to third. Not in time. Cobb scores. And Welch gets to second after an RBI single to extend the Pippins lead to 3-0. And the Pippins having an offensive explosion here. 9 hits. And now Brady Hormel will bat. Left-handed hitter who is 1 for 2 today with a run, with an RBI and a single. 3-0 Pippins lead, bottom 5. Left on left, Henkel facing Hormel. Nobody in the bullpen for Bellingham. Look to second. Here's a pitch. Hormel takes inside with a fastball. 1 ball, no strikes. The Pippins trying to snap a 9-game losing streak. They have not won since topping Kelowna here at home nearly 2 weeks ago. The 1-0 pitch. High and away with a breaking ball that had some weird movement on it. 2-0. Pippins lead 2-0. And with the loss, Bellingham's hopes for a first-half division title not entirely out of the picture, but they become very, very slim. The 2-0. That's on the outside corner for a strike. 2-1. Victoria Harbor Cats would return to the playoffs if they win the first half. Should be a race down to the finish in the South. Corvallis leading their game. Walla Walla leading theirs. Here's the 2-1. Good slider. Hits the outside corner for a strike. 2-2. Elsewhere, everybody else gearing up for the second half. Besides those 4 teams, nobody else is going to make it in the first half, but there is value in finishing second. That being said, it's not really a battle for second at this point either, as Hormel spikes this foul out of play left side. 2-horse race, so all those horses that finish first, they'll finish second. And what that means is that, say if Bellingham were to finish second in this half, and Victoria were to win the first half, win the second half as well, the 2-2, Hormel takes outside, full count. They would be in good position, given they don't collapse in the second half, to pick up that second best overall record and make it to the playoffs. Bellingham, of course, won the league in 2014, has been a frequent participant in the playoffs. Full count pitch. Hormel takes outside, ball 4. And Henkel issues just his second walk of the day. And Bob Miller out to the mound to have a chat with a left-hander. There's nobody throwing in the bullpen. There was somebody throwing earlier. And it looks like Brendan Argomanis is going to come in and make his debut for Bellingham. Pitching change here at County Stadium with the Pippins leading 3-0 here on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Call this home. That's where I belong. That's where I belong. Call this home. That's where I belong. That's where I belong.
Finding the right home is inspiring. That's why at Banner, we listen, learn, and help you find the home loan that lets you achieve your dreams.
That's where I belong.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
Right-hander Brendan Argomanis into the game to make his Bellingham debut. A 6'2", 185-pound left-hander, or right-hander, excuse me, native of Claremont, California. Just finished his freshman season at Orange Coast College, a junior college in Southern California this past spring, where he was 4-1 with a 4.27 ERA, 33 strikeouts, 19 walks in 40 innings of work. And the right-hander will face Christian Padilla with a man on, 2 down, and the Pippins leading 3-0 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. After Brady Hormel drew a 2-out walk, and Aiden Welch singled. He's at second, so there's 2 on, with 2 outs. And the right-hander will get one more warm-up pitch. 6'2", 185 from Orange Coast College. And he'll face, well, he should be facing Christian Padilla here, but instead, Ty Delancey will pinch hit. So Delancey enters for Christian Padilla, who was 1 for 2. And hopefully nothing more with Padilla's hamstring, which had been acting up, and he had to run on in the 5th inning, but Delancey enters here in the bottom of the 5th. Ty, the switch hitter, bats left-handed. Steps in with 2 on, 2 out. Pippins leading 3-0 with a run across this inning here in the 5th. Argomanis off of the third base side of the rubber. Sets at the belt, turns and looks to second, where Welch dangles off the bag. And his first offering in the West Coast League is a high fastball for ball 1. Argomanis, bit of an interesting set as he leans all the way forward and straightens up, brings his hands together. Belt high and the 1-0. That's upstairs, eye level to Delancey, 2-0. Ty, who's been struggling a little bit at the plate. So the Pippins gave him the day off initially. 0 for his last 15 at the plate. 2 on, 2 out. Pippins lead 3-0 in the last half of the 5th inning. The pitch home. Bats on the outside corner with a fastball for a strike, 2-1. Zach Meddings, Brett Wells, if this inning were to continue. Christian Padilla out of the game. Time call. Welch at second, Hormel at first, neither runner being held. 2 balls and a strike. Long set from Argomanis. He deals. Misses eye level with a fastball, 3-1. And the Pippins on the verge of loading the bases for the first time today. Sort of a 3-game series. Wednesday and Thursday also against the Bells, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Portland to take on the Portland Pickles. The 3-1 pitch. That's outside, ball 4, and Argomanis issues a walk to Ty Delancey in his first appearance against a West Coast League hitter. And he loads the bases for Zach Meddings. Back-to-back walks after back-to-back singles. The Pippins in business here. 3-0 their lead, bottom 5. Argomanis deals. And there's a smack out to the gap, right center field. Should be playable, though, for the right fielder Maktoff, who goes over to his right. And in a ball that dies in the air, the inning is over. Pippins strand the bases loaded, but get 1 on 2 hits, no errors. And we go to the 6th in a 3-0 ball game. Pippins leading here on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
What does traveling really cost you? After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce 2 of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce two of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Guthrie Morrison to lead it off, 3-4-5 for Bellingham here in the 6th. Pippins leading it 3-0. Here's the pitch from Finklenberg. Left-hander fires in a strike on the outside corner, and the count 0-1. Pippins added a run in the bottom of the 5th, and Mark Finklenberg back out for another inning of relief, his 0-1. Breaking ball misses just away, 1-1. Infield-outfield straightaway on Morrison, who has singled and reached on an error in 2 trips. 1 for 2. Finklenberg with the 1-1. There's a good changeup, hits the outside edge, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out, as we just start this top of the 6th. Here's the pitch. And that misses a hair outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Substitution defensively for the Pippins. Christian Padilla was replaced by pinch hitter Ty Delancey. Now Noah Andrews enters in left field for the first time this season. The pitch. Breaking ball hit in the air to straightaway center. Schwartz backs up a few steps, has room, and puts it away. About 15 feet shy of the warning track, 1 out. That brings up Troy Viola.
Now batting third baseman Troy Viola.
Lefty Finklenberg kicks and delivers. Fastball down and away for a ball. 1-0 to Viola. Has reached on an error, fly to center, and 2 trips 0 for 2. 3-0 Pippins lead, top 6. Mark kicks and deals. And there's a soft ground ball, fair ball, back towards the mound. Finklenberg bobbles it, stays with it, fires on to first, and beats Viola by his step. Ooh, that was a closer play than it needed to be, but 2 down. Then it'll bring up Jack Mactoff. Pitch. Breaking ball to Mactoff, misses low. 1-0 the count. The 1-0. Down and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Three 0 Pippins lead in the 6th. Mark Finklenberg trying to make it 6 scoreless innings. The 2-0. Soft foul ball back out of play. 2-1. Pitch count at around 85 right now, so the 2-1. Fly ball down the left field line, 2-2. Here's the 2-ball, 2-strike pitch. Breaking ball ripped in the air down the left field line and in front of Meddings for a base hit, down the right field line, I should say. So a 2-out single for Mactoff, and it'll bring up Derek Marshall.
Now batting number 34, Derek Marshall.
Left-hander Jack Gonzalez still warming in the Pippins bullpen. A look to first. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-0. Finklenberg at the ready. The pitch. Fastball on the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. Mark shakes off a sign, now readies. Here's the 1-1. Change up at the knees, strike 2 call. Pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Mark Finklenberg with his 6th strikeout to cap off 6 scoreless innings. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. Pippins lead 3-0 on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic is now open and accepting new patients. Services include family medicine, women's health, mental health, and after-hours care. The Grandview Clinic is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week to best serve you and your loved ones. Walk-ins are welcome and se habla español. This is how we care.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Of Baskin-Robbins ice cream. Your Baskin-Robbins store right here in Yakima on South 1st Street proudly supports Yakima Valley Pippins baseball. Make sure you stop by and grab a cup or cone of your favorite Baskin-Robbins flavor at the South 1st location. And then, next time you're at Yakima County Stadium, try out their awesome baseball medley. Baskin-Robbins ice cream and Pippins baseball will make your summer memorable.
Brett Wells to lead off the bottom of the 6th for the Pippins, leading 3-0 against Bellingham. It'll be the 8-9-1 part of the Yakima Valley order against Bell's reliever Brendan Argomanis, who finished off the 5th inning with a fly out. First pitch. Fastball laced into left field, base hit. Brett Wells has reached in all 3 trips today, his 2nd hit of the day. And a leadoff base runner here for the Pippins to start the 6th, leading 3-0. To bring up Luke Schwartz, who's 0 for 2. Schwartz hit into a double play his last time to end the 4th inning. Is also flied to left 0 for 2. Viola in on the grass at 3rd. Marshall holds the runner at 1st. Middle infield double play depth. First pitch. Schwartz shows bunt, pulls back on a pitch that gets away from the catcher Martin. He tried to transfer it to his offhand and lost the ball, but it didn't get too far away, so the count 1-0. No surprise, Schwartz trying to lay one down. Argomanis out of the stretch. Toss over to 1st, and Wells back in safely with a dive. Set and the 1-0. Fastball drilled deep to left field. Hinkleman back, but has room near the track and puts it away. 1 out. How about that? That ball looked really good off the bat. For the 2nd time tonight, Schwartz with a loud fly out, 1 away.
Now batting number 22, Tanner Parker.
And it'll bring up Tanner Parker, who is 0 for 2 today with a hit by pitch. Runner at 1st, 1 out. Pippins lead 3-0, bottom 6. Left-hander Jack Gonzalez appears ready to come into the game in the 7th after 6 scoreless innings from Mark Finklenberg. Runner takes off. Here's the pitch. Laced right off the top of the Bells dugout. Whew, that was a hot shot. 0-1 on Parker. Wells at 1st after a first pitch leadoff single. Here's the 0-1. Tap back foul, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 on, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Soft fly ball, foul back out of play, stays 0-2. 3-0 Pippins lead in the bottom of the 6th. Parker readjusts his batting helmet. Digs back into the lefty batter's box. Right-hander warming in the bullpen for the Bells. That's Will Armbruster. Toss over to first, runner back in safely. Pitch. Line shot foul left side. Stays 0-2. Here's the 0-2. High pop-up, again foul off to the right, and the 5th consecutive foul ball of this at-bat. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 on, 1 out. Pitch. There's a ground ball. Past the dive of the first baseman, Marshall. Rolls into right field, a base hit. Wells around second. He'll make it to third. Parker with a single, and there's runners on the corners. 1 out, and Nick DiCarlo coming to the plate. It's one of those situations where holding a runner ended up coming back to bite Bellingham. The 11th hit of the game for the Pippins. This team struggled so much recently, swinging the bat. Runners on the corners, 1 out. 3-0 Pippins lead, bottom 6. DiCarlo 2 for 3 today in his 2019 Pippins debut. Look to first. Here's the belt I sent from Argomanis. The pitch. Slider misses outside. Good stop by Danny Martin to keep it in front of him, 1-0. Owen Cobb waits on deck. Pippins trying to snap a 9-game losing streak while Bellingham needs to win as many games as they can to stay in contention for first place in the West Coast League North Division first half. The 1-0 pitch. Outside, they throw it on a first to try and back pick, and the runner is safe. Parker got a little greedy. It's now 2-0. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Pippins lead 3-0, bottom 6. Here's a pitch. In the dirt, and it bounces away from Martin. He doesn't know where the ball is. Wells is in a score. Parker around second, and he'll hold up there as the pitcher Argomanis got to it. Martin did a complete 360. The ball bounced to the right of the right-handed batter's box, and he had no idea where it was. Pippins lead 4-0 on that pass ball. And Parker had a chance to get all the way to third, but he had to hold at second. On what they score, a wild pitch. So Pippins lead 4-0. Now a man at second with 1 out and a 2-0 count, a 3-0 count on DiCarlo. Here's the pitch from Argomanis. Fastball at the letters for a strike, and it's 3-1. Again, the season debut for Argomanis out of Orange Coast College with right-hander Will Armbruster warming in the bullpen. A tall righty from the Seattle area. The 3-1. Fastball up high, ball 4. He lost to Carlo with a 1-out walk. Now runners on first and second. 1 out, and Owen Cobb coming to the plate. He's had a nice day, 2 for 3.
Now batting number 2, Owen Cobb.
2 on, 1 out. 4-0 Pippins lead, bottom 6. Viola even with a bag at third, middle infield double play depth. Neither runner being held. Pippins trying to break this one open in the 6th. Both runners take off. Argomanis misses down and away with a slider, and both runners hold up. And it is 1-0 on Cobb, and you have to figure with the way Argomanis has been struggling with his command, probably his last batter of the ball game, especially with Armbruster having been warmed in the bullpen for quite some time. Cobb's had a nice day so far. A chance to really break this one open with a big hit here. Turn to second. The 1-0. Runners take off, and the hit and run fails as Cobb took a hack at what was clearly ball 2 and fouled it off down the right field line. Two on, 1 out. 4-0 Pippins in the 6th. Trying to snap their record-long 9-game losing streak. The set. Argomanis turns to second, delivers. Soft ground ball back up the middle. Shortstop Burns to his left, fields and then bobbles and has no play. Parker around third. He's caught halfway between the bases, and he'll wisely get back to third, though, as they threw home. And now the bases are loaded, 1 out on what has scored a hit. So Cobb reaches on an infield single. And the bases are loaded. 1 out for Aiden Welch, who has had a good day so far, 2 for 3. And man, the Pippins offense has just exploded today against Bellingham. 12 hits, and the bases loaded with 1 out. Here's Welch. Argomanis at the ready. He deals. Breaking ball, skips away from Martin, but not too far, and Welch throws up the stop sign. 1-0 the count. Argomanis struggling to find the zone right now. Inning started with a single by Brett Wells, then Luke Schwartz hit a high fly ball for an out. Tanner Parker, Nick DiCarlo, Owen Cobb, next 3 have all reached. 2 singles and a walk. Righty versus righty. Here's the 1-0. Outside with a fastball. That one had good tail, but couldn't get a chase. And it's 2-0 on Welch, who had an RBI single in the 5th, a single in the 3rd, and flied out to right field in the 1st. On a night that's starting to get chilly here in the Valley, the Pippins trying to break it open. The 2-0. Welch hits a high fly ball down the right field line, and that rolls foul out of play. 2-1. You have to figure with the way this is going, the long wait on the bench for Mark Finklenberg, his night's probably over. He was phenomenal. The 2-1. High and away, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike on Aiden Welch. And nowhere to put him here. A walk would bring home a run, and you'd have to think would be the last batter for Argomanis if he cannot get Aiden Welch here. First baseman Marshall in on the grass. Viola at third does the same. The 3-1 pitch. Welch takes a hack at an inside fastball, pops it foul, 3-2. And that might have been ball 4. We'll see how aggressive Welch is here on 3-2. Argomanis has struggled to throw strikes. Bases loaded, 1 out, 4-0 Pippins, bottom 6. Corners in. Armbruster ready in the bullpen for Bellingham. 3-2. Popped up, first base side, foul ground. Marshall watches, that one hit the seats. And it stays 3 balls, 2 strikes. This is becoming a key spot in this game. Pippins still lead 4-0, and Bellingham's shown very little semblance of offense. Pippins could use every run possible, the way they've been swinging the bat lately. Another payoff pitch. High fly ball, out of play, right side, 3-2. And we will have an 8th pitch of this at-bat. Quite the battle between Welch and Argomanis. The Seattle native Welch playing in his first home game here at the Orchard after joining the team in Port Angeles. Payoff pitch. Fly ball to center, sends back Morrison a few steps. Fairly deep straightaway center field. He makes the catch. Parker tags up, heads home. They go for the runner at third. Tag applied. He is safe because the third baseman Viola dropped the ball. Would have been out, but Viola couldn't hold on to it. Parker scores from third on a sacrifice fly, and the Pippins lead 5-0. And that will do it for Brendan Argomanis, who exits having given up a sacrifice fly. That allows the Pippins to extend their lead to 5-0. New arm coming in for the Bells after this on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Sure, Drunk You is a pretty cool guy, but he's not exactly what you would call reliable. He's not a maker of great decisions, or, for that matter, even adequate decisions. The point is, you shouldn't trust the version of you that created the macaroni taco to create a plan to get you home safe. Make a plan before you party.
Best brands for all your home improvement project needs. Roy's Ace Hardware in downtown Yakima, Hometown Ace Hardware in Tieton Village in Yakima, and Oak Creek Hardware in Natchez also has fishing, hunting, landscaping, and cleaning equipment. Ace Hardware, hardware supplies and competitive prices.
New pitcher for the Bells here with runners on the corners, 2 outs, and the Pippins leading 5-0, and it's right-hander Will Armbruster making his 6th appearance of the season, 4th in relief. The righty is 2-1 with a 4.76 ERA, 12 strikeouts, 4 walks over 11 1/3 innings of work. And opponents hit .268 off of the tall righty from Sammamish, Washington, 6'5", 225 pounds. And with 2 on, 2 out, he faces Brady Hormel here in the 5th. 6th, Pippins leading 5-0. Right on left, here's the tall righty's first pitch, and it misses high and away, a fastball, 1-0. Final line on Brendan Argomanis, not complete, 1 inning of work, 3 hits. He gave up 2 runs and is responsible for both runners on base. Both runs earned, 2 walks, no strikeouts. DiCarlo at third, Cobb at first. Here's the pitch. Fastball, dot to the outside edge, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Brady Hormel, who has singled, grounded into a double play, and walked. 1 for 2. 5-0 Pippins leading in the bottom of the 4th inning. A run in this inning, a run in the 5th. A run in the 2 runs in the 1st. 2 runs in this inning, I should say. 1-0 upstairs. The breaking pitch, 2-1 from Armbruster, whose brother Justin is also on the Bells. He'll be a freshman at the University of New Mexico in the fall. He delivers. Cobb takes off, now steps back as that pitch is in for a strike at the letters, 2-2. 5-0 Pippins, bottom 6. Time called. Hormel steps back in. 2-2 the count. 2 on, 2 out. 5-0 Pippins lead, bottom 6. Armbruster delivers the pitch. And that's outside. A check swing. Cobb takes off for second. Nobody's covering the base, so he doesn't even have to slide. Cobb with his second stolen base of the day. The count is now full. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position. 2 stolen bases on the day for Owen Cobb. 5 on the season. DeCarlo at third, Cobb at second. The pitch. Foul tip back into the glove on an outside fastball. And the inning is over. The Pippins get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, they leave 2. And we go to the 7th inning with the Pippins on top, 5-0 here on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good, because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or 2. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic is now open and accepting new patients. Services include family medicine, women's health, mental health, and after-hours care. The Grandview Clinic is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week to best serve you and your loved ones. Walk-ins are welcome, and se habla español. This is how we care.
Bar and Grill in Sela offers an upscale dining experience in a relaxed atmosphere in downtown Sela. With savory entrees and specialty drinks, Tailgaters provides something for customers of all ages. Cheer on your favorite team in the restaurant while experiencing 1950s charm with a modern twist. Visit Tailgaters Bar and Grill today, located at 110 East 3rd Avenue at Viking Village in Sela. Tailgaters Bar and Grill.
Jack Gonzalez takes over on the mound for the Pippins as we go to the 7th with Yakima Valley leading it 5-0, and the left-hander makes his 9th appearance of the season. No record, a 2.07 ERA, 13 strikeouts, 7 walks over 17 and a third innings of work. Opponents hitting .232 off of the San Diego native, 6'3", 225 pounds. Will be a junior at Dixie State in the fall. Throws a 3-pitch mix, a fastball, a curveball, and a changeup. And he faces Cole Hinkleman, Danny Martin, and Kristen DeCochia. The bottom third of the order for Bellingham here in the top of the 7th after the Pippins added 2 more runs in the 6th. Left-handed hitting Hinkleman steps in. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, both times facing Mark Finkelenberg. Lefty on lefty. Gonzalez delivers the first pitch, and there's a fastball in the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Jack with a funky delivery where he really twists and winds. Shakes off a sign, now readies. The pitch. Fastball dribbled foul down the third base line, 0-2. Replaces Mark Finkelenberg in line for the win and would be his first of the year. 6 innings of shutout ball, 3 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts for the tall left-hander out of Loyola Marymount. Gonzalez with the 0-2. Breaking ball, just got a piece of it, and Hinkleman fouls it off to the left. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody on, nobody out. Just starting the 7th inning, the Pippins leading by a score of 5-0. The 0-2. There's a breaking ball, wrapped on the ground towards first. Nice backhanded play by Welch. He turns, throws to first, in time for the out. Gonzalez got there to cover, and Aiden Welch makes a nice play at first, 1 down. Not a lot of experience over there at first, but he made that look easy. And now Danny Martin will bat. He is 0 for 1 today. First pitch, grounded towards third. Backhanded by DeCarlo. Throw across the diamond. In time, 2 down. 2 easy outs for Jack Gonzalez here in the 7th. And now Christian DeCochia will come to the plate. DeCochia 0 for 2 today, 0 for 1, a sacrifice and a ground down. Gonzalez last pitched on Saturday in Corvallis, 3 1/3 innings, 2 unearned runs. Here's the pitch. That's outside, 1-0. He's not allowed an earned run in his last 10 2/3 innings. If you include tonight, that dates back to June 24th. And he has become the Pippins' most used and most reliable reliever. The 1-0. Fastball at the knees, strike 2 called. 1-1. And Marcus McKimmey told me he could be in line for a start at some point. The turn and the 1-1. Fouled back out of play, 1-2. Made 22 appearances for the Pippins last summer, 3 of which were starts. That being said, he only threw 15 innings in the spring last year before his first year with the Pippins. This year he threw 58. There's a breaking ball, fouled off to the right. 1-2, and sure he would like to keep his innings. Probably most pitchers like to not exceed 100 for the season. So if we round up to 60, that would give Jack around 20 more innings to play with this summer. The 1-2. Fouled back. Of course, that's just speculation. But generally what you see in summer collegiate ball is guys really don't usually want to go more than 100 innings spring plus summer. It's the deal with Dylan Barkley, who has since left the team, who was about 90, 93 innings. The 1-2. Curveball, hit on the ground towards shortstop right at Parker, who stabs it off the dirt, throws on to first. And it's a 1-2-3-7 for Jack Gonzalez. He has no trouble, gets 3 ground outs. And we stretch here in Yakima. Pippins leading it 5-0 on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
With story.
Call this home, that's where I belong, that's where I belong. Call this home, that's where I belong, that's where I belong.
Finding the right home is inspiring. That's why at Banner, we listen, learn, and help you find the home loan that lets you achieve your dreams.
That's where I belong.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce 2 of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Pippins.
Everybody loves to win. Are you looking for a win-win situation? Join the YMCA. As a YMCA member, you can improve your fitness, health, and well-being. Regular exercise can also improve your productivity and mental health. At the same time, your YMCA membership helps support youth outreach programs that create opportunities for kids in our community. Help others while you help yourself. A better you, a better Yakima. Be a winner. Join our Yakima YMCA.
First pitch of the bottom of the 7th inning from Will Armbruster to Noah Andrews is in for a strike, 0-1. Andrews to lead it off, his first at-bat of the day, then Zach Meddings and Brett Wells. 0-1 pitch, a fastball away, and it's 1-1 on Andrews, who entered in the 6th after Ty Delancey was a pinch hitter in the 5th. And the 1-1 misses up high with a breaking pitch. 2-1, Pippins lead 5-1, 5-0 I should say, looking for their first shutout win of the season. The 2-1 up high, 3-1. 3-1. Line drive towards center. Morrison charging in. He slides and makes the catch from the seam of his pants. Nice play, 1 down. Got to tip your cap sometimes. That was a heck of a play by Guthrie Morrison in center field. It brings up Zach Meddings, who is 0 for 3 today. Base is empty, 1 away. Pippins lead 5-0, bottom of the 7th. Armbruster, the righty, works quickly. His first pitch in there. No, it missed inside with a breaking pitch, 1-0. Will Armbruster, who got a strikeout of Brady Hormel to finish the 6th. Back out there, and he misses with a fastball away. 2-0. Meddings has hit the ball hard 3 times, but 3 outs. The kick and the 2-0 to him. And there's a hard ground ball again towards second, fielded by Kretschmar. He throws to first. And there's 2 outs, and a tough luck 0 for 4 day so far for Zach Meddings. It'll bring up Brett Wells, who has reached in all 3 trips to the plate today. 2 singles and a walk. Pippins leading 5-0, bottom of the 7th. 5 runs on 12 hits for Yakima Valley, 3 errors they have committed. Bellingham, no runs, 3 hits, no errors. Armbruster delivers, and Wells takes up high with a breaking ball, 1-0. Pippins had Jack Gonzalez pitch the 7th. Joe Magrici, who hasn't pitched in a while and is available in relief tonight, starting to toss in the bullpen. There's a strike on the upper outside corner, 1-1. But we could see Gonzalez back out there for the 7th. Or for the 8th, I should clarify. Kick and the 1-1. Fastball misses just below the knees, 2-1. Pippins will look to snap their 9-game losing streak. Last win came against Kelowna nearly 2 weeks ago, the 2-1. Foul tip back into the glove on a low fastball, 2-2. Luke Schwartz to follow. 5-0 Pippins, bottom 7. Here's the kick and the pitch. Fastball grounded to shortstop. And Burns fields, throws on to first, and the inning is over. 1-2-3, bottom of the 7th for Will Armbruster. We go to the 8th. Pippins still leading it 5-0 on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
What does traveling really cost you? After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
Craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or 2. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Pippins lead 5-0 as we go to the 8th, and the top of the order due up for Bellingham here in the 8th. Colin Burns, Austin Kretschmar, and Guthrie Morrison. And they'll face Jack Gonzalez, who pitched a 1-2-3 7th. And Colin Burns to lead it off. He's 0 for 3 today. Left-hander versus left-hander to start the 8th. Pippins leading it 5-0. DiCarlo, even with the bag at third, several steps from the line, maybe 10 to 15 feet. Here's the first pitch from Gonzalez. Burns takes a curveball up high, ball 1. Bellingham with just 3 hits on the day, no runs. It has been a masterful performance from the Pippins pitching and the offense, the 1-0. There's a curveball on the inside corner. Strike called, 1-1. As the sun begins its descent down the left field line. The kick in the 1-1. That's inside on the corner for a strike, 1-2. Ooh. That was a good call. I think Burns crowds the plate so significantly that sometimes those pitches look like balls. The 1-2. Breaking ball in the dirt, swing and a miss, strike 3. Burns doesn't even bother running to first. Gonzalez with his first strikeout, 1 away. And things really going well for the Pippins right now. Here's Austin Kretschmar, who's 1 for 3. Take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard. Corvallis 3, Portland nothing, top of the 8th. Walla Walla 6, Cowlitz 2, bottom of the 6th. Oh boy, that's going to be a good finish in the first half in the South Division. Fastball down low to Kretschmar, 1-0. Wenatchee trails Kelowna 4-3 in the 7th inning in Wenatchee. Ridgefield 11, Bend 1, top of the 5th in Bend. The 1-0. Check swing, but a fastball called a strike on the outside corner anyway, 1-1. Infield, outfield, straight away, normal depth. Nobody on, 1 out. Pippins lead 5-0, top of the 8th. The pitch home. That's in the dirt, missed with a breaking pitch, 2-1. Jack Gonzalez would be his 4th consecutive time going 2 innings or further if he could finish off this frame. And if he can finish it off scoreless, it would mean 12 consecutive scoreless innings. It's in there for a strike, 2-2. I should rephrase. 12 consecutive innings without an earned run. He has allowed 3 runs in that span so far, but none of them earned. The turn and the 2-2. Breaking ball, just got a piece of it, hit it off to the right, 2-2. Really good curveball from Gonzalez. Really the only thing holding him back from being a really high-level pitcher, and the reason he's at a Division II, is just the fastball is not super fast, but he really knows how to pitch. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Pitch from Gonzalez. Sharply hit, foul right side. Stays 2-2. Guthrie Morrison will follow, and then the Pippins will be up in the bottom of the 8th, trying to add insurance to a 5-0 lead. And it looks like Joe McGreasy would get the ball in the 9th. He is scheduled to start on Sunday in Portland, McGreasy, the 2-2. Ground ball, right side of the infield, right at Hormel. Charges in a few steps, throws on to first, 2 down. And it's 6 up, 6 down for Jack Gonzalez. And now Guthrie Morrison will hit. And what a year it's been for Gonzalez. He has just been phenomenal out of the pen. And after his first appearance of the season was a win, he got the save against Wenatchee on June 9th. He's pitched in 7 straight losses, hoping to change that now. The pitch. Curveball on the outside corner, strike 1 called. What a pitch from Jack Gonzalez. Sets and delivers. 0-1 breaking ball, back up the middle into center field, a base hit. Just the 4th of the game for Bellingham, and a 2-out base runner for Troy Viola, who's 0 for 3.
Now batting, number 8, Troy Viola.
Here's the pitch. Back fouled back. And it is 0-1 to Viola, who is 0 for 3. Fly out, reached on an error, and grounded out. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. Whew. Gonzalez blew that one right by him. 0-2 the count. Runner on first, 2 down. 5-0 Pippins lead in the top of the 8th as right-hander Joe McGreasy gets loose in the bullpen. Here's the pitch from Gonzalez. Soft pop-up, right side of the infield. Hormel on the dirt, makes the catch, and the inning is over. So they strand one, Bellingham does, on a 2-out single. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. Pippins looking to add insurance, leading 5-0 on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good, because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or 2. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Sure, Drunk You is a pretty cool guy, but he's not exactly what you would call reliable. He's not a maker of great decisions, or, for that matter, even adequate decisions. The point is, you shouldn't trust the version of you that created the macaroni taco to create a plan to get you home safe. Make a plan before you party.
After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Pippins lead 5-0. And the 8th inning brought to you by Shirtworks in Ellensburg, the official provider of apparel for the Yakima Valley Pippins. From practice gear to everyday athletic apparel and silk screening to embroidery, Shirtworks is the go-to vendor for all of your sports apparel needs. Give Shirtworks a call at 509-925-3469 or visit them at 100 West University Way in Ellensburg. New pitcher for Bellingham as Gabriel Hughes takes over here in the 8th. A rising freshman at Gonzaga, native of Eagle, Idaho. 6'4", 210. His 6th appearance of the season. 0-1 the record, 11.25 his ERA. 6 strikeouts, 5 walks over 8 innings of work. Opponents hitting .378 off of the right-hander who last pitched on June 21st in Bend, a scoreless inning as Luke Schwartz leads it off and bunts well foul down the third base line. 0-1. Schwartz, then Parker and DiCarlo. 9-1-2 for the Pips. Here in the bottom of the 8th, a 5-0 lead for Yakima Valley in one of their best played games of the entire season. And it could be the one that ends a 9-game losing streak. Hughes, off of the first base side of the rubber, kicks and delivers the 0-1. And there's a pitch in the dirt for a ball with a fastball, it appeared. 1 ball, 1 strike. Quick whippy delivery from Hughes, who is a 2-time Idaho Gatorade Baseball Player of the Year each of the past 2 years at Rocky Mountain High School in the Boise area. The 1-1. Ground ball back up the middle, and it hits off of the seam of Hughes' pants. He turns around, fields, and hopefully no damage to his buttocks as he throws on to first. 1 out. That looked like it might have hurt. Now it brings up Tanner Parker, who singled in his last try, is 1 for 3 today. Feel bad for Schwartz. He has hit the ball hard today, but nothing doing, and his batting average down to 121. 5-0 Pippins, bottom of the 8th. Here's the kick and the pitch. And Parker drills this one out to right, but right at Mactoff, who steps in, reaches up and makes the catch. 2 down. 2 quick and easy outs for Hughes, and here's Nick DiCarlo, who is 2 for 3.
Now batting for the Pippins, third baseman Nick DiCarlo.
Hughes is ready quickly off the first base side of the rubber as DiCarlo steps into the right-hand batter's box. Waits on the first pitch. Hughes kicks, delivers. Fastball in for a strike on the upper inside corner, 0-1. Owen Cobb waits on deck. He's had a nice day. Actually, no. Nick Israel is waiting on deck should this inning continue. The 0-1. Dribbler, foul off to the right, 0-2. So should this inning continue past this at-bat, Nick DiCarlo, the one hitting, it'll be Nick Israel that'll bat as Joe McGreasy looks like he'll get the ball in the 9th. That'll be fun. The 0-2. Spun back foul, 0-2. Pippins trying to improve on the year to 9-15. And while the first half is out of the equation, they can gain some much-needed confidence headed into a crucial second-half stretch that begins on Thursday in Portland. 0-2. There's a soft ground ball down the first baseline. Marshall charges in. Fields flips to Hughes in time. The inning is over. It's a 1-2-3 bottom of the 8th for Gabriel Hughes. We go to the 9th. Pippins trying to snap their losing streak leading 5-0, 3 outs away on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
What does traveling really cost you? After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce two of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Rather, a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce two of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Well, 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 look who it is. Joe McGreasy takes over on the mound as we go to the 9th. Pippins leading it by a score of 5-0. And who else do you want on the mound than the best pitcher in the West Coast League this season, bar none? He is tied for the league lead in strikeouts with 27. He's got an ERA of 1.8 in just 16 innings of work this season. The right-hander, whose last appearance came against Port Angeles on Tuesday, a week ago today, but was not officially counted as that game was rained out, but he was dominant in that outing. And he's back for his second relief appearance of the season. Jack Macdoff, Derek Marshall, Cole Hinkleman to bat here in the 9th. First pitch from McGreasy. Fastball on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Joe, the right-hander, just dominant all year long. A 1.13 ERA. The 0-1 pitch. Swinging a pop fly, foul down the third base line, 0-2. Macdoff today, 1 for 3. Couple of strikeouts. Derek Marshall, Cole Hinkleman to follow. Here's the kick and the 0-2 pitch from McGreasy. Righty delivers. And that is a fastball at the knees. Strike 3 called. One down in the 9th. Pippins 2 outs away from snapping a 9-game losing streak. And Derek Marshall bats. He's 0 for 3. McGreasy, the right-hander from Cal State Fullerton, works off the first base side of the rubber with his family in attendance all the way from San Diego. Shakes off a sign. Leg kick and the pitch. Fastball on the outside corner for a called first strike. McGreasy 4 pitches, 4 strikes to start this 9th. Facing Derek Marshall. The kick and the 0-1. There's a fastball on the outside corner. Strike 2 called. 5 pitches, 5 strikes. 5-0 Pippins lead in the 9th. Nobody on, 1 out. Joe with a kick and the 0-2. Swinging a foul tip back into the glove. Strike 3, and that's 6 pitches, 2 strikeouts in the 9th. Joe McGreasy trying to set him down with Cole Hinkleman coming to the plate. First pitch to Hinkleman, the left-handed hitter. McGreasy fires. And that one misses up high. Ball 1 with the changeup. Oh, was hoping for the 9 pitches for 3 strikeouts, immaculate inning, but it was not to be. 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch to Hinkleman. Swing and a miss and an outside changeup, 1-1. Hitters just stand no chance against that pitch. McGreasy evens the count at 1-1. Here's the pitch home. Swing and a miss and a changeup. He was way out in front of that. And the Pippins are 1 strike away from ending a 9-game losing skid. Hinkleman at the plate. 2 strikes on him. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fly ball deep to right center field. Schwartz back towards the track. Long run. He slides and he can't make the play. That one rolls towards the wall. Hinkleman around second. He's headed for third. Hormel's relay throw to third is not in time. It's a triple for Cole Hinkleman. And a man in scoring position for Bellingham here in the ninth. How about that? Hinkleman got a huge piece of a Joe McGreasy fastball. And now Danny Martin comes to the plate. We'll see what they score that, as Schwartz might have had a play on it. And they give it a triple, Hinkleman's first triple of the year. Danny Martin is 0 for 2 today. Here's the first pitch to the fifth hit of the day for Bellingham. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike two with a fastball. The Pippins yet again, one strike away. McGreasy trying to strike down all three in the ninth. Kick and the 0-2. Fouled back to the screen, 0-2, and Bellingham remains down to their last strike as the Pippins try and win it here and improve on the year to 9-15. Here's the 0-2. Fastball just below the knees, 1-2. Pippins haven't had a shutout this year. They can finish this off. It would be their first shutout of the season. McGreasy turns and looks to third. Here's the kick and the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a changeup, and it is over. The Pippins win. And their 9-game losing streak has come to a close here against the Bellingham Bells. They improved to 9-15 on the year and greatly diminished the Bells' chances of a first half West Coast League North Division title, but that doesn't matter. The streak is finally over. The Pippins are back in the win column for the first time in nearly 13 days. And it is finally over. It feels great to say that. The Pippins win here tonight by a final score of 5-0, their first shutout of the year. We'll be back to wrap it all up on the Pippins postgame show after this on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic is now open and accepting new patients. Services include family medicine, women's health, mental health, and after-hours care. The Grandview Clinic is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week to best serve you and your loved ones. Walk-ins are welcome, and se habla español. This is how we care.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Scoop of Baskin-Robbins ice cream. Your Baskin-Robbins store right here in Yakima on South 1st Street proudly supports Yakima Valley Pippins baseball. Make sure you stop by and grab a cup or cone of your favorite Baskin-Robbins flavor at the South 1st location. And then, next time you're at Yakima,
it is finally over. The Yakima Valley Pippins win here tonight against the Bellingham Bells to improve on the season to 9-15. They snap a 9-game losing streak and head into the win column with a chance to take the series against the second-place team in the North Division tomorrow here at Yakima County Stadium. How did it all happen? With great pitching and great hitting that started early when the Pippins got 2 runs in the first inning off of an RBI double from Owen Cobb and an RBI single from Brady Hormel. That was all that Mark Finklenberg would need. He was fantastic, picking up his first win of the season. 6 innings, 3 hits, no earned runs, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. Jack Gonzalez followed with 2 innings of shutout relief, Joe McGreasy struck out 3 in a scoreless ninth. And the Pippins added more runs in the 5th with an RBI single from Aiden Welch, and 2 runs in the 6th with a wild pitch and an RBI sac fly in that inning from Aiden Welch. It was a fantastic performance on both ends of the ball. Pitching stats for Bellingham: Matt Henkel, 4 2/3 innings, 9 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. He takes the loss. Brendan Argomanis, an inning of work, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, and no strikeouts. Will Armbruster, an inning and a third scoreless with a strikeout. Gabriel Hughes, a scoreless inning in the 9th. Pippins on the offensive side: Tanner Parker 1 for 4, Nick DiCarlo 2 for 4, Owen Cobb 3 for 4, Aiden Welch 2 for 3, Brady Hormel 1 for 3, Christian Padilla 1 for 2, Ty Delancey walked as a pinch hitter once, Noah Andrews 0 for 1, Zach Meddings 0 for 4, Brett Wells 2 for 3, Luke Schwartz 0 for 4. As for Bellingham, Colin Burns was 0 for 4, Austin Kretschmar 1 for 4, Guthrie Morrison 2 for 4, Troy Viola 0 for 4, Jack Mactoff was 1 for 4, Derek Marshall 0 for 4, Cole Hinkleman 1 for 4, Danny Martin 0 for 3, Christian DeCochia 0 for 2. The game took 2 hours and 22 minutes and was played in front of 698 fans as the Pippins finally win. They beat the Bellingham Bells by a final score of 5-0, and the Bells fall on the season to 14-8. We are the only finals so far in the West Coast League. Corvallis beating Portland 3-0 in the top of the 9th, close to closing out their 10th consecutive win. Walla Walla beats Cowlitz 8-3, bottom of the 7th. Kelowna beats Wenatchee 4-3, bottom of the 8th, or leading. And Ridgefield over Bend 14-1 in the top of the 6th. That'll pretty much wrap things up here from the Orchard on a beautiful Tuesday night. For many reasons, it's beautiful. The Pippins back in action tomorrow at 7:05. Pre-game will start at 6:50 as the Pippins go for the series win against Bellingham. Bo Henderson makes his first start of the summer for the Pippins. He will be opposed by right-hander John Kelly. Should be a good pitching matchup of 2 young, energetic arms as the Pippins go for the series win. All right, that'll wrap things up here from the Orchard. This has been Miles Klotz signing off after the Pippins win by a final score of 6-0 here from Yakima County Stadium. We will talk to you tomorrow at 6:50 here on the network. Everybody have a good rest of your Tuesday night.